guys, welcome back. It's Lovely Ray. I wanted to do a video today on some new technology. This new technology is a new cable company called TVision, which is a cable company by T-Mobile. If you're like me, you don't have a lot of moolah to waste here and there, especially on those big company names that don't really offer you much for that big buck. Now, this guy, like I said, is new and they just launched. So if you want to know more about having a cable company that's not the big guy and you kind of want to know the ins and outs before you even call an agent, stay tuned. Before we go, I just want to say this video is not sponsored. I am nowhere near that big to be sponsored. I just want to let you have a little bit more insight on something that's new that you might not have heard about. So with that being said, let's jump into the video and I'll show you some perks about TVision.
Alright guys, this is the first screen you see when you start up your box. As you see here, you have your profiles. They have names underneath. Sorry, I blurred that out. Just some of our names. There's Pop Pop though. And as you can see, there are pictures or icons. You can choose other ones, but we just got the little generic ones. You can also create new profiles. I do not know how many profiles you can make, but we've got quite a few as it is. And you can also make a guest profile if you're expecting guests. And this is how you create a guest profile or a new profile. And over there where the cube is rotating, you can put a picture in. And this is the home page, or what they call the mosaic page. You can watch 5 channels at once if you'd like. And the main screen on the bottom is the channel that you're on right now if you press that exit button. The 4 screens on top are the channels that you tend to watch more often. This profile, it's CNN, CW, just new stuff. And over to the right side, you see the little grid over there. And those are the top channels or the top things you've watched or lately have watched. On top are the 4 channels that you've watched live lately and the 4 things you've watched on your DVR lately. For us, it's definitely Dr. McStuffins, or at least for this profile, and My Lottery Dream House. So after you see that, you can come over here to the right side and you see the apps tray. There's YouTube, Pandora, Nest, Kids, YouTube. Let's go to Kids YouTube real quick. This is the loading screen for Kids YouTube. It loads pretty quick, so you don't have to worry about that. I have not set this up yet, but you can definitely set it up. There's so much to watch on TVision. I really don't have time to do that, so we haven't done that yet. So let's get out of that and go to the side screen. And this is the live guide, guys, and as you can see, everything right here is what is live playing right now. This is the For Me side, which is live. This is catered to what you typically watch or what they think you might watch. Just like Facebook and Google, they keep track of what you tend to watch. And on news, you see that. Let's choose CBS. And you see at the bottom here, that's what it looks like. It has a little bar at the bottom, gives you little details. This is the live guide again. We're going to look at the sports side, and you can go to kids. And then let's open up the kids for a second. Take a look in there. It's actually pretty quick, to be honest. I'm gonna scroll down. Now we're in movies. In movies, you can see Kite Runner, The Green Mile, 28 Weeks Later, Uncle Buck, what's up? I love that movie, 80s throwback. 28 Weeks Later, you get your horror, drama, thriller. You get a huge plethora of things to choose from. If you like horror, there's some more. So they have like 30,000 movies or something like that. I think I've heard that before when I was getting it. Nonetheless, you're always going to find at least something on TV. And if you also notice to the lower left-hand corner, while you're searching for what you want to watch, you can also continue to watch the channel you're already tuned into. So I find that a nice little perk, so I don't have to miss out on anything, or I can do it while the commercials are on to look for something new to watch. So you might like that feature like I do. Let's get out of that and go to the DVR section. This is, of course, where you record all your things, and as you see on the top, I have the name blurred out, but this is that person's profile, And this is what they have recorded in their section. And you can go from A to Z or Z to A, whichever is more convenient for you. This person loves Vikings and sports and American gods. So let's go into the chai real quick, or the kai, whichever you want to call it. And in settings, you can see here, you can prioritize what you're going to record first, or what takes normal priority, or what can just kind of be left to the wayside. And you can also record it a minute before, to 5 minutes before, or to an hour after the fact, so on and so forth. It's just to help with, let's say, sporting events or things that might not start on time or end on time. And let's get out of that and head on to the on-demand. This is my favorite section. And right now we're going to go down to take a look at the help videos, which is all the way at the bottom. Help videos are just answers to common asked questions. Let's go to international, and for that section you have your choice of English, Spanish, Japanese, Russian, and Chinese. This is a little outdated, but I do believe you're going to update it soon, and it's primarily like news in those languages. This is by network. I like this feature. If you're a person who prefers certain networks like Animal Planet, Disney Junior, HBO, History, Lifetime, so you got a lot of choices here. OWN, Nick. I personally prefer like the TLC and home channels and the stuff for the children. But yeah, you got a huge selection. Let's go to OWN. And in OWN, it shows you most popular up at the top, A to Z, drama, and lifestyle. So it only has these few for this channel, but there's other networks that have way more. Right now we're looking at the section to look at a show. There's only episode 2 through 6, but that's fine. If you can always DVR it as well, and you can add it to your library so you don't miss any episodes. So let's get out of that. We're going to head on over to the movie section. It always does most popular first. You see little hearts on my movies. You can also say these are my favorites. And you can rent movies on here. Before you rent them, you can watch the trailer, which is also good because sometimes some of these movies, they only have the title and they don't have pictures, so you can see what you're getting into. Let's cut this trailer out before we get copyrighted. Alright, so let's go on over. You see I also have a Heart by Spider-Man. That was a good one. A little good animated movie. We're going to go over to new releases, and now we're going to go over to free preview weekend. Now this is pretty cool because Crazy Rich Asians, Deadpool 2, Ocean's 8, we've watched this, and some of them we actually paid for. And on free preview weekend, you can watch them for free, so that's pretty neat. These are usually the newer releases that just last week, actually, some of these were on the paid per view. This right here, it shows you what you last watched. So if you have anybody in your house watching something they shouldn't be watching, you can keep an eye on that. You see we watch a lot of Craig of the Creek. My husband loves that show. It's actually pretty funny. You should check it out if you ever get a chance. This right here is a 4K HDR. You got a lot of 4K movies and options and shows and documentaries. You see 4K outdoors, 4K fun, 4K movie trailers, and 4K faves. And for these are the movies that they offer in 4K. I personally recommend Arrival. My TV is actually not 4K, but when I watch a 4K movie on my TV, it's pretty sweet. I could swear it's 4K. We're going to go over to kids section. There's a bunch of animated movies. I don't know what Mary Poppins is doing there. She's not animated, but anyways, I'm going to scroll down so you can see a couple of the movies that are out for the animated movies. And then we're going to go over the most popular television shows. This is where you're going to see obviously your Mickey Mouse, your Paw Patrol, Dexter's Laboratory, stuff like that. If you've ever seen Happily Ever After, which is totally cool, if you like fairy tales like I do and a different take on them, this is definitely a good multicultural option. Now let's go over to Premium's most popular movies. As you can see, there's a lot of these here too. And now we're going to go over to most popular TV shows. Of course, Game of Thrones, got Milk, got Game of Thrones. So we're going to go to networks, Anime Network, Cinemax, Cinemax is actually really good. I think they have one of the best selections. And you see here, as compared to OWN, they have a lot of most popular things to watch. And you see up the top, they have A to Z, comedy, action and adventure, suspense, and you can go down that list even further, and it further gives you more genres and categories to sort your movies out through. Here it's loading. But yeah, you see all kinds of different movies. Oh, Hannibal, gotta love you, Hannibal. There's Epix. Epix is pretty good. I didn't even know about Epix until I got this cable service, but I'm a fan. It's got a huge selection of movies as well. I'm gonna go over to Stars. Stars is also surprisingly good. It's got Power. Alright, let's go on over to my library. This person's personal library. This is the movies that they are watching, liking, or trying to get to watch. So you see there's a lot of movies here. Hot Tub Time Machine, Takers, all kinds of goodies in here to watch. And then we're going to go to shows. These are the shows in this profile that this person is either watched, watching, or wanting to watch, or saved. We're going to go to search. This is, if you have a particular movie in mind, you can watch it on TVision or YouTube. If going through all those categories is something you're just not trying to deal with. Alright, now we're going to go to the apps. You get YouTube, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Nest if you have your camera inside, shopping channel, all that stuff that you saw on the mosaic screen before off to the right hand corner. Let's get at that. There's an account slide at the top. It gives you all your account information if you're calling and making any requests for your account. There's parental controls, language, accessibility, legal terms, and all that stuff. And if you have any of those questions for what's going on with legalities, there's that. We're going to go into audio and video. When you first get your box, it's actually not set to 1080p. And for the longest time, I thought it was, and I was like, this is kind of hokey. So make sure you make your settings in the device section in the settings when you first get your box and set it to 1080p. If your TV has 1080p capabilities, you can also set the audio output if you have surround sound, Dolby Auto. Also, you can change, there's a little light on your box. You can change the color, and at the bottom there you can see how intense you want that color, which I think is pretty neat. It can match your decor. So there's all that good stuff, some more legalities, and I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Alright guys, and that was today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like, share, or subscribe button, and make sure to hit the bell